Hey, West Ottawa. So this video is going to be how to create a standard assessment in Itembank. So Itembank is a completely different website. So all you're going to do is click Create an Assessment. You're going to select Itembank and then hit OK. And then it will move you to a new assessment. So like I said, we're going to start with a standard mode assessment. You're going to click Next. You will give it a name. So demo standardized test. Um, this is just a name that I've created for this example. You're going to assign an academic year. Going forward, when you go to take a test from one year to the next, you will duplicate the assessment and then change the academic year to the following year. And then you can add in a piece. You can also add in grade levels, all of those different things. So in terms of standards, you don't necessarily have to get too in depth on the standards here. It does force you to create, to attach at least some standards in order to move forward. But you're basically creating a blank canvas when you're creating the assessment. And then as you go back and you're creating items, you can then add those items into the assessment. And if you've attached a standard to a particular item that does not already exist in the assessment, it will prompt you and say, hey, it looks like you've added a standard here. Do you want to attach this to the test? And you'll just select yes. So I'm just going to select a couple here that I know will be on there, and then move forward. Again, following your breadcrumbs. One thing that's great about Illuminate Itembank is the breadcrumbs are pretty straightforward. It gives you a pretty easy way to kind of retrace your footsteps. So I am going to update my filters. I'm going to find a particular item. So again, this is a demo item that I've created. I'm going to add that to the test. And then I'm going to move forward. And then, so you review your item selections. This is where you can move questions around, make sure it's set up. You can create groups of questions. See question groups overview. You can break the test up. All pretty straightforward. But again, that's kind of something we can get into a bit later. So we're going to move next. The only thing that I would make sure that you check here is that you add a teacher edition that allows you to print a version of the test with the answers highlighted. So whether it's for an aide or a teacher that's reading a test and you want them to have the correct answers with them, you can add that. The rest of them, I don't think it's really necessary. And then again, you have these different options, whatever seems to suit your needs. You'll then hit next again. So okay, so now it's giving you a booklet. You can see it. I've just downloaded it. You don't have to do it that way, but it's a way to do it. And then the last thing that you're going to do, because right now the test exists only in your item bank, which is kind of like your creator space account. It does not exist in Illuminate yet. By hitting publish, it will. So if I hit publish, it has now published this test. Now, if I return to Illuminate, and I go into my assessments, you will see that there is a demo standard test waiting there. Okay. Before I hit the publish button, it would not show up in my list of assessments that I could share out with the rest of my PLC or whatever the case may be. So don't publish until you're completely done editing and adding things to it and whatever. But in order for it to show up and be administered by other people, you have to publish the assessment.